Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. What we are going to discuss about how to recognize and use more action verbs from extended environment, including other academic subjects in speech and writing. Another, write student sentences of their own using correct capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. Use some words showing position. What we need to have to start, here is in front of you, page number 20. Look at question number 3. Write the plurals of the given singular nouns. You know that in singular there is no addition of s and es. But when we are talking about plurals, there is an addition of s and es at the end of the word. Here you can see there are a lot of examples. Flower, flowers. We use an addition of s. That is the plural form. Tomato, tomatoes. We use es at the end of the word. Banana, bananas. We use s at the end of this word. Match, matches. We use es. We already have discussed these at the previous lesson, what reasons in vowels through which you use a, and through plural terms, how we can use s and es at the end of this word. So these are some kind of singular and plurals. For what you need to do is at home, you need to do practice at home to use some words and make their plurals at home. Next is the action verbs. That is the very important topic of this lesson. First, before going to this, what are action verbs? Action verbs tell us what the subject of a sentence is doing physically or mentally. That means action verbs कौन से हुए? Action verbs को हम prepositions define करते हैं, जिसमें किसी भी person की action like physical, mental and something like this, या कोई भी task कोई in a form of action कर रहा हो, तो हम उसको action verbs कहते हैं. इसमें बहुत सारी examples आ जाती हैं. For example, walking, running, cleaning, drinking, swimming. ये सब action verbs हैं, जिसमें कोई noun perform कर रहा होता है कोई भी action. Now, the another part in your book, they asked to find 5 action verbs in the text and write sentences of your own using them in your notebook. आपने ये पूरी स्टोरी फन विद एक्शंस पढ़ी. इनमें से 5 ऐसे हमने एक्शन वर्ब्स निकालने हैं जो हमें लग रहा है कि टेक्स्ट में मौजूद हैं. For the sake of your help, look at the concept board. I have written most of the action words that are taken from the unit. But what you need to do, you just have to look at revise the whole unit and then find your own, have a trial to find these kinds of action verbs in the unit. Here are some of the action verbs: sprinkle, decorate, breaking it, paint it, clean, dry. These kinds of are action form of verbs. Now what I use? Prepositions. Look at the students, look at page number 20. There are prepositions of position. That is another part that we have discussed about. Use some words showing position. आप different action words की position को identify करना prepositions के use में आता है. Look at this. Notice the prepositions. Prepositions of position indicate where something is. For example, around, up, between, under, and below. Prepositions are that something, it's between, something is going to happen up, above, below. These kinds of expressions and positions indicate prepositions, and prepositions are linked with the action verbs. Now here there are some sentences. What you need to do is to identify the prepositions and the given sentences. Look at the concept board. The cat is under the bed. Now you can see that under is a preposition, because we already have discussed that prepositions are those words that indicate something is above, below, between, up, down. So under is a form of preposition. So what you need to do is to underline under. Next, I am reading, our house is between the park and the school. Is between. Between is a preposition. Number 3, a honeybee is beside the beehive. Beside is the preposition. Underline this word. Now he climbed up the tree. Climb up the tree. Underline up. That is the preposition. Now I walked around the garden. Look students, around is a preposition. Underline around. Next, move on. The ball is behind the box. Behind is a preposition. Underline behind. A beautiful dove flew over the lake. Flew over the. Over is the preposition. Underline over. Now, another complete the sentences using the correct prepositions of position. Now there are some fill in the blanks in your textbook on page number 21. You need to add accurate, perfect prepositions in these blanks. Look at the concept board. The rabbits are playing dash the tree. What? Yes, think about it. Yes, under the tree. Need to write under. The jug is dash the glasses. The jug is fill the glasses. Fill up the glasses. Yes. Next one, the squirrel climbed up the tree. Climb up. You need to write up. The clouds are above the hills. Above. You need to write above. The birds are flying over the nest. Need to write over. Now move on to the next. That is another important topic, that is capitalization. Students, don't forget, whenever you write the start with the letter, the first letter is always be a capital one. For example, here you can see a small word. We need to write a capital one. March comes after February. What you need to do in this exercise is also available on your book. That is on page number 21. Now look at, March comes after February. What is Hira doing? You need to use capitalization or punctuation. Punctuation, you know that. What are kinds of punctuations? That is full stop, inverted comma, colon, and something like this, and a question mark. These are called punctuations. We use according to the requirement in a text. For example, in this case, what is Hira doing? This is the form of a question. So what we need to do is that, what is Hira doing? Another mark is put a question mark here. So this is the form of a punctuation that we used. Next, move on. She eats chocolate every Sunday. She eats chocolates every Sunday. What you need to do? You can see it. She eats chocolate, a comma, every Sunday, and a full stop. Got it? Now move the number 4 part. That is, you can see that there is a small I, and what we have learned about it, the first letter is always be a capital letter. So we need to capitalize this. I live in Pakistan, and put a full stop over here. So this is the way how to use capitalization and the use of punctuation in writing up the sentences. So students, I need to, obviously I am revising all the lesson that we have learned. We have learned about singular and plurals. We have learned about action verbs from the context, and then we have learned about action verbs, and then we discussed about prepositions. What are the effective use of prepositions, and we use prepositions suitably in the blanks that given in the text. And then after that we discussed about capitalization and the perfect use of punctuation. We used it, and you already have watched it, what we in what sense we have used it, and what kinds of punctuations we are using in different sentences. So this is all about. If you find any kind of difficulty, students, do ask help from your parents or from your teachers. Thank you very much.